Mitt Romney tomorrow will be attending the Michigan Prosperity Forum put together by Americans for Prosperity. That's the group funded by the Koch brothers. In fact, this is the third separate event that Americans for Prosperity has held that Mitt Romney has attended while campaigning for president.
And Andrew Breitbart's going to be there with him, too.
And Michelle Malkin. So all these people are going to celebrate the Koch brothers and to say, oh, look at all this wonderful prosperity they've given us.
They're
right?
They're Coke fiends.
Yeah, they're Coke addicts, but they are, right? So, and by the way, Romney also went to a Southampton home of David Koch in 2008, and they held a fundraiser for him there. So also in previous campaigns, the Southampton trip was in 2010. The fundraising was in 2008. Bill Koch, Charles and David Koch are the ones that get all the press, but Bill Koch also owns a coal company named Oxbow, and they've given $1 million to Romney's campaign. And by the way, the Koch brothers say we're going to raise $60 million to defeat President Obama in 2012. And if Romney's the candidate, he is the beneficiary of $60 million of Koch money running against his opponent. So what is Romney's proposals? Well, number one, he wants to eliminate the estate tax. That alone would more than make up for all of the investments of the Kochs in Mitt Romney times 100, because they would literally save billions of dollars. Second of all, he wants to lower the top income rate from 35% to 28%. He just announced that. That's probably why the Koch brothers are celebrating and giving him another, event to go to. He just announced a 20% reduction in the rates. That means the Koch brothers save millions, hundreds of millions, possibly billions off of that deduction. And plus, he says, oh, don't worry, he never talks about oil speculators. Why? Koch Industries is one of the top oil speculators. What he says is drill, baby, drill, Keystone Oil Pipeline, etc., but never mentions that 64% of the oil market is dominated by oil speculators like the Koch brothers. So when you put it all together, he's kind of a poster child for how you rip off the American people to pay off the people who are funding your campaign.
He is a poster child for your amendment, for the amendment that we all want. So, I mean, the whole idea that these people are getting together in Michigan is, exactly why the whole system will not change until money gets out of politics.
Yeah, because think about it, right, Jimmy? I mean, if somebody's going to say, hey, I'm going to give you $60 million, let alone the million I gave you before, let alone all the money I gave you in 2010 and 2008, et cetera, wouldn't you be tempted to do what they tell you to do?
I would do it for a lot less.
But really, it's seed money. It's an investment. Like you said, I mean, they want to get rid of the estate tax. So to the Kochs, putting this kind of money into a campaign that may ensure that there's no estate tax is so worthwhile.
Well, now that they have bought the news media, right? Now that it's pretty much bought and paid for, the corporations, and now they're buying the elections, right? So now, the problem is best exemplified. Remember when there was the oil spill in the Gulf, right? So there was, down in Mississippi, there were some people who had created a prayer chain. They didn't rent a skimmer and then start a prayer chain, right? They didn't get informed and vote correctly and then, no, they just a prayer chain. And those are the people you feel sorry for. They don't even know what to do, And it's because they're being let down by the Fourth Estate. They don't have the information, and the people pulling the strings, they don't even know who they are. They're not even elected officials. Right. They're behind the curtain. It's the Wizard of Oz, and that. I hate to be cynical and pessimistic, but starting with the Telecommunications Act and then the Glass-Steagall, and it's just over within this country. I don't see it getting better.
And by the way, to finish that prayer circle, if you will, or in this case, an information circle where we actually bring you facts, the oil speculation took off after deregulation of that oil market. In the past, you can buy oil futures, et cetera, et cetera. That was for insurance for oil companies. And that's okay. Yeah, they're oil companies, but they need
perfect
insurance.
Capitalism, yeah.
And 34% of the market is still that. It's perfectly legitimate. But 64% taken over. When did it happen? Deregulation in 1999 and in 2004.
Yes.
And then after that,
70
here comes
years
Goldman Sachs, et cetera.
Of really well-refined oil regulation. It was really well-regulated, touchy and refined, and they had it. They knew what they were doing, and hey, let's get rid of it. Oh, what happened? We have $4 a gallon gas and billions in profits that. I didn't see it coming.
It's rare that you get nostalgic for the days when environmental obscenities on the part of the oil business was really what ticked you off. It's now it's a whole new world.
Yeah, if only they just polluted the environment.
Right.